Hello everybody and welcome back. And do you know what, look, we've got a little bit of sun. What is all that about? So I've decided I've come out. Obviously you've seen my little video, hopefully seen my little video last week, and I've decided to come out now and actually give you a bit of a look round the bike and show you what I've actually bought. So I have bought myself a VOGE Rally DS800X, as you have seen, and there it is, looking all its filthy glory actually. So I decided to nip out and come down onto this little trail that I quite like. It's quite a good trail for having a go on and getting used to things, because it's quite quiet. It's a mixture of sort of hard compact stuff, as you can see. Then as you go up there, it gets quite muddy and quite rutty, which, you know what, with not so bad with that tyre, but with this rear tyre, it's not the best one in the world, really. Not the best one in the world. But yeah, so I thought I'd come out, show you the bike. You can see what I've bought, and I'll just tell you a few little thoughts and feelings about it, and sort of like whether you should consider buying one or not if you are in the market for a new adventure bike. Right, so I've got a little microphone rigged up just there, and I'm going to try and record a bit of exhaust for you, because I tell you what, this is one of the best sounding standard bikes I've ever heard. I mean, if on my CF Moto 450 video, I said that bike was probably one that I wasn't going to change. I thought, actually, I like the sound of this so much that I'm probably not going to change the exhaust if I was to get one. Obviously that's fallen through for various reasons, which I'll explain another day. But just listen to this. Let's see if it'll work. So I've got one mic here, I've got one mic there. So let's give it a go and see if it'll work. But it's incredible. The noise out of this thing it's infatuating. It really is. The old Chinese have done well. Yeah, well, what do I think about the VOGE DS800X Rally? Put it this way, I am absolutely smitten. I am absolutely smitten with this bike. I mean, £7,000 or just over £7,000 on the road, you can't complain. It's like, take a T7 for example. So we all know that the Chinese like to copy things, don't they? And that's pretty much what they've done with this. They have built their own brand new engine. Lonsin, their parent company or whatever, has built their own engine, and it's a 270-degree cross-plane crank, fairy dust, pixie magic, and whatever you want to call it. Thing of beauty, to be fair. So my point is, it's very similar to the Tenere, you know, the T7, the Yamaha Tenere T7. But this one, in its own right, like I say, produced by VOGE, and I don't know, it's magic to me. It's honestly, it's absolute magic. But yeah, you know, it's a cheap T7 in essence. Whether it will last as long as one, I don't know. And I've got a little friend coming to say hello. Hi, doggy. But yeah, whether it will last as long as a you know, the full-on T7, I don't know. But so far, I'm smitten. I'm absolutely adoring this bike, and it really, really, really has caught my attention. I'm so glad I managed to get myself one. Couple of little bits and bobs about the VOGE DS800, which are worth considering, worth knowing before you buy one. Reason being is, Joe, I've been riding bikes a long time now. I've been riding bikes nearly 35 years. I've had all sorts from off-road bikes, sports tourers. I've had a Harley Sport Glide, touring bikes, blah, 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 cruisers, you name it. I've probably had it at some point or another. And there are a few little niggly bits on this, which, do you know what? You kind of get used to them. They don't full on annoy me, but I think for somebody who's maybe new to the adventure market, new to this kind of bike, new to Euro 5, Euro 6 emissions standards, might find it a little bit annoying. So the first thing is, a lot of people find that there's been a lot of complaints, should I say, about the accelerator being a little bit jerky off the mark, and sort of you roll it on and you kind of get this kind of jerkiness to it. Now, to be honest with you, I don't really get that. I did a little bit for the first sort of 20-30 miles or so, but I very, very quickly got used to it. Unfortunately, this seems to be a thing of sort of Euro 5 bikes. There's a lot of bikes out there. My Pan America, £16,000 bike, and that did the exact same thing. I've heard it being said about BMW GS's. I've heard it being said about Transalps, Africa Twins, blah, blah, blah. You know, people complain about jerky throttles with lots of these new bikes coming out. And you know, it's not a major issue. For me, I like the fact that this is ride by cable. So it's your standard cable on your throttle cam that goes down to the engine. And it's nice because you're physically attached from the throttle there down to the engine down there. And it means that things can be adjusted slightly without plugging it in and mucking around. So one of the things you can do, and Mark Talbot, if you search him up, has done a decent video on it, is basically adjust your cables here, and you can take up some of that slack, some of that free play in the throttle, which does help a little bit. The other thing to note as well, though, is just be on your clutch a little bit more. Be nice and smooth with that clutch, nice and smooth with your throttle usage. And do you know what? I've not found that it's bothered me that much, if I'm completely honest. Another couple of things then. I find the traction control, so let's see if you can see it flashing away there. So the bike's not running, so it's waiting. Obviously, you start moving, the ABS traction control light will go off. I do find on this bike though that the traction control is quite intrusive. I mean, I was just going up and down here earlier on, and I got to the, you know, on this hard compact stuff, it was kicking in and it was cutting the power and stuff. When I got up to the top and it got really slippy, it kicked in and it did its job. But on this bit here, on this nice sort of stretch that is nice and hard compact, yeah, okay, it's a little bit wet and that, I wouldn't really be expecting it to kick in. But I have noticed it does it a lot on the road as well, which can be a little bit irritating, if I'm honest. So one thing you can do is you can turn the traction control off. So you've got a little switch here that says TCS. If you push and hold that for whatever it is, 2 seconds, 3 seconds or whatever, then the traction control will turn itself off. It only works though if you're stationary. You have to be still. The wheels can't be moving. You press and hold it, traction control, TCS will come up on there and it'll have turned it off entirely. What happens is if you forget and you try and do it whilst you're riding, what happens is that once you stop, the traction control will kick in and basically it will, or rather it will turn itself off. But it's annoying because if you try and do it on the fly, forgetting, you stop at a junction, traction control turns itself off, and then you start riding again and you totally forget that your traction control's off, which is a little bit, it can be a bit dicey. But like I said to you in the last video, I've not had any squeaky bum moments whatsoever in any of the wet or anything on this at all. So, you know, it does fill me with confidence, and I don't think turning the traction control off will make a great deal of difference, in all honesty. The other thing you've got as well is you've got switchable ABS. Whoop. It's got that little ABS switch there, and that will turn the ABS on and off as well. I do believe, I've not really played with it, but I do believe if you go into the settings, you can muck about with whether it's rear, front, or what have you. And again, I do find the ABS can be quite intrusive. I do find it kicking in and out sometimes when I don't really want it to or don't really expect it to. Is that a good thing, bad thing? I don't really know. But to be honest with you, other than that, other than a little bit of the ABS kicking in when I don't really want it to, a little bit of the traction control being quite intrusive, because I must admit sometimes traction control can literally cut all your throttle response and you go like this, and that's not what we want. But yeah, other than that, do you know what, I can't complain. I cannot complain. I rode it 300 miles through Wales in the rain, absolutely howling it down, and it was absolutely wicked, and I really loved it and I really enjoyed it. Realistically, quality wise as well, the quality of it is all the plastics, they're not plasticky. All the plastics aren't like, you know that they're plastic, if that makes sense. They're of decent quality, which is nice. The screen, although I must admit the screen buffets me in the ears a little bit, but I think if it's taller and slightly wider, when they start bringing out new aftermarket bits, it'll be absolutely fine. But most people haven't complained about the screen, in all fairness, so that's just something that I've kind of picked up on myself. Crash bars are standard. You've got wobbly indicators, which will help if you come off. Crash guards are standard. You know, I've put these on. I've put this, not Givey, what's the other one? Can't remember. Whatever it's, Shad. I've put this Shad rack on. So really, realistically, the quality of it is pretty good, to be fair. I'm not complaining about the quality of it at all, really. The only issue that I do have, which, do you know what? £7,000 bike, Chinese, kind of expected something, is this down here. So you can see the heat shields where obviously the paint's coming off when it started going a little bit rusty there, look. And I think that was a little bit on here when I cleaned it last. And to be honest with you, I've only cleaned it using sort of, I use a battery operated jet wash. It's not very powerful, it's like a work zone one. It's made for bicycles, so you know, it's not really that is a bit of a quality control issue. But do you know what, I'm just going to get some smooth hammer and go, you know, bit of barbecue paint, done, innit, problem solved. It doesn't really bother me at all. Again, £7,000, it's a £7,000 T7, and I've just spat all over you, I do apologise. Yeah, £7,000 T7. I mean, heated grips, heated seat, and they work really well as well. Fog lights, yeah, come on. Do you know what? I said to myself this wasn't going to be a review, because it shouldn't be. This is just me giving a bit of an overview. And do you know what? I've waffled enough. We'll do a bit of riding in a minute. But if you're on the fence, get your local dealer, get out and test ride one and see what you think. Because for £7,000, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. And just look at it. It's like a transformer. I think one day this thing's going to wake up, transform, and go, geez, and kick me in the nuts because I ride it too hard. Anyway, less waffling, more riding, and yeah, buy one. Do it now. Slippy, very slippy. Third gear this time. Oh, back end come out then. Yes, definitely need to change a tyre, that's for sure. Slow down past the doggy. Thank you. Try and find my spot on it as well. I mean, at the minute, I'm sliding around on the seat like mad. Lots of doggies. You alright? Go on, pooches. You alright? Oh, I've got more dogs up here. I feel a little bit pulled forward at the minute, but That might just be me not being used to it yet. Let's get past this person. Oh, the doggy's got a wheelchair. Right, let's go. Let's go. Third gear, let's see if the traction control kicks in less. Nope. F***ed all over the shop again. Traction control kicking in. Oh, can't complain. Cannot complain. What fun. What fun. Oh. Anyway folks, right, I'm going to go home now. Thank you ever so much for watching. I hope I've given you a little bit of an insight on the fantastic VOGE DS800 Rally X, or X Rally, or whatever, it's all numbers, isn't it? But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. It's just a little look. And we're going to start doing some big things. So we've got ABR coming up, we've got the tech coming up, I've got a VOGE owners rally group camp coming up in September. So yeah, if you're interested in the VOGE, come and join our group. It is the VOGE DS800X Rally and 300 Rally Owners Group, or something along those lines. So yeah, search it on Facebook, you'll find it. I'll put a link to it somewhere on the old page. And yeah, come and have a look folks. Join in the fun. We're one of the newest UK groups at the minute. Only just over 200 members, something along those lines. But we're growing, we're moderated as well, so we're making sure that stuff doesn't slip in to do with other non-relevant entities or bytes, etc. But yeah, come and join in. Anyway, I'll waffle it again, I can't help it. See you later folks. Take care. Stay safe. Ta-ra, bye.